The time had come for a long-distance ride across Australia. 81 pre-1948 bikes were lined up on the Busselton foreshore to mark the beginning of this historic event. For a cannonball, of course, that means a coast-to-coast run. Busselton, Indian Ocean, with the finishing point at Merimbula on the Pacific Ocean on the south coast of New South Wales. 5,000 kilometres. It had never been done before. These aren't your typical riders. They're tradies, businessmen, professionals, all brought together by a lust for adventure. We had guys there with big bank accounts, we had guys there with small bank accounts. We had mums and pups, fathers and sons. It was the whole spectrum of society.
Pull the carby off, clean the jets out, and guess what? She runs.
In the real world, I'm a criminal lawyer. I've represented very, very prominent criminals. In the bike world, I'm known as Road Rat. Now, you don't pick a name, it's given to you. 81 entrants left Busselton. Each entrant had their own backup crew. We're looking at about 160 odd people that came across the country. We had aerials, we had BSAs, we had Henderson 4s. They were all there, testing their mettle on this 5,000 kilometre classic.
After such a long trip, the bikes rattle and things happen.
Battery's gone on this, battery's gone on the other one.
Oh, rear end, mate. I was like a stunt man. I couldn't get past 35 or 40 miles an hour. It just...
It seemed like a really easy, leisurely trip. Was I wrong?
There are a couple of locations where you're going to have to swag it beside your bike.
I love your kitchen.
It works great. Sleeping apartment, got the wardrobes.
Running this event wasn't enough. I knew that we had to have somebody to support. The Royal Flying Doctor Service was the first charity to come to mind. Because of the vastness and the emptiness of Australia, we actually need doctors and nurses in aeroplanes to be able to service the outback, to go where other people don't exist. The CEO of the Victorian Flying Doctors actually came with us as an entrant.
He's always pulling up and having a long lunch.
I reckon because I'm a CEO, right, that's all I do, long lunches.
Crossing the Nullarbor in rain, and a green Nullarbor at that, was quite an amazing experience. The Nullarbor is a little over 1,000 kilometres of almost straight road, close to the southern coast of Australia, and at points even touches the coast. We could see whales out there and the like. It's called the Nullarbor, Latin, no trees, and it's exactly what you get, no trees.
Nature in its infinite wisdom put on a floor show like you've never seen, and just the rawness, the isolation, the exposure of that part of Australia, it was amplified on the bike because there was thunder and lightning.
It was a very different Australia to what we were expecting. One of the locations didn't even have petrol.
No fuel, mate. We got plenty.
That's why we had to have the road crews and the backup road crews so that this sort of situation could be covered.
Up here where you're heading, we've got big kangaroos, not little piss-fart things. We've got Wally the Wombat. He don't know road rules, and he don't listen to loud noises, so there's going to be heaps of bloody wombats and wildlife where we're heading to.
The hardest, toughest anyone can ride a motorcycle, and especially a 70-year-old motorcycle.
I saw the telltale oil spots and I go, they've come this way.
It was awful. It was cold and wet.
The roads go beyond explanation. People, like horses, sniff home and they just bolt to get to the finish. Your character became a major component of whether you were a cannonballer or not.
We made it! Look at this man.
Everyone's
Look at this
enjoyed
man.
it.
The amount of seasoned riders, older guys, that have since said to me that this event was a life-changing one, just can't be ignored.
Welcome to the Pacific Ocean, brother. Well done. Well done.
And the camaraderie that was formed was unbelievable.
All right, now what? You turn around and go back?
So who's ready to turn around and go back to Busselton?
Well, I would.
A 2-week rolling event has never been done in Australia before, but we pulled it off. And we're going again. We're going in 25 and the plans have already started.